At 1440 local time, a Ukrainian Su-27 Flanker roars just 500 feet above the rolling hills of Kharkiv Oblast. The pilot grips the stick hard, fighting turbulence that threatens to rip free the 4 American GBU-39 bombs slung under improvised Soviet hardpoints. Every shudder reminds him these weapons were never designed for this jet, and every second in the low-level chop pushes the mounts closer to failure. Fuel burns faster than planned. He is just enough to reach his target, release, and escape. On his console, an iPad flickers between GPS and GLONASS signals. Coordinates drift by dozens of meters, good enough for a village, not for precision bombs. He can't correct it here. The turbulence leaves no spare hand. He'll have to fix the error during the climb. Below the fuselage, a Cold War-era Gardenia ECM pod broadcasts static, trying to blind Russian radars built for the 21st century. Every second counts. To the northeast, a powerful cheeseboard radar sweeps the horizon. Terrain masking is his only shield. He ducks behind hills, but each crest risks exposure. His SPO-15 radar warning receiver chirps, uncertain whether it's just surveillance or a lethal lock. 46 miles inside Russian territory sits his target, the village of Petrivka, 2 concrete barracks house roughly 120 soldiers. They believe they are safe deep behind the lines. At this moment, they are not. 7 kilometers out, the pilot arms his weapons. 3 lights glow green, 1 flickers amber. A familiar fault. No time to troubleshoot. He will trust the bomb's internal systems to wake once it separates. Then the radar warning tone sharpens. A Russian S-400 has him. No more hiding. He slams the throttles forward and pulls 4.5 G, climbing steeply. The Su-27 was not built for this. Its fly-by-wire protests, the American bombs skewing its center of gravity, but altitude is life. Without it, the weapons will never reach their targets. At 28,000 feet, the jet levels for just 3 seconds. The iPad locks a solution. 4 green triangles overlay the barracks. He presses the release. One by one, the bombs fall away, diamondback wings unfolding as they begin a silent glide across 46 miles of hostile airspace. Instantly, the pilot pitches down, diving hard. Behind him, a 48 N6 missile streaks upward, its seeker hungry. But when it tips over for its terminal dive, the Su-27 is already plunging back under the radar horizon. The missile loses lock and self-destructs. The pilot lives, for now, but the battle is only half finished. The bombs themselves must survive. They ride the thin air at nearly 400 miles per hour, tiny and nearly invisible. Russian jammers flood GPS bands. One bomb loses lock entirely, switching to inertial navigation. Another skews under crosswinds, its control surfaces vibrating at the limit. 30 kilometers out, a Ka-52 helicopter wanders unknowingly across their path. Algorithms inside the weapons sense the collision risk and command a subtle course correction. The formation splits, flows around the helicopter, and rejoins. The pilots inside never realize death passed within a few hundred meters. As the bombs descend, Russian defenses wake. A Tor M2U radar sees 4 faint returns, too small to be aircraft, too fast to be birds. The alert climbs the chain of command, but time is short. At Petrivka base, sirens wail as crews scramble to start a Panzer point defense system. But its launchers are cold, mid-maintenance. Computers take nearly a minute to boot. The bombs are less than 30 seconds away. The autocannons roar anyway, hurling tungsten rounds into the sky. But the GBU-39s are the size of small fuel tanks, presenting radar signatures smaller than the system was built to kill. The tracers rake empty air. 500 feet above the ground, the bombs enter terminal phase. Guidance fins fight the crosswind one last time. The first penetrates the roof of the eastern barracks, its hardened nose drilling deep before the fuse detonates. 36 pounds of high explosive tear through reinforced concrete, collapsing half the structure. 17 seconds later, a second weapon hits the western wing. The building folds inward. Almost simultaneously, The remaining pair strike the second barracks. One detonates in a stairwell packed with soldiers rushing for cover. The other blasts through the roof. Twin shockwaves ripple through the structure, shredding walls and scattering debris in every direction. In less than half a minute, 2 reinforced concrete buildings vanish in dust and flame. 100 men are dead or wounded before they can even process the alarm. Far away, the Su-27 streaks home at treetop level, fuel gauges hovering near empty. He has survived radar, missiles, and physics. But it is the bombs, not the jet, that tell the story. For small weapons built in America, carried by a Soviet fighter, have just erased 2 barracks deep inside Russia. Every base within glide range has received the same message. If you stay in one place, you can be found. And if you can be found, you can be destroyed.